All right. Well, welcome to Donut DOC. And would you mind telling us who you are and what you do?
My name is Matthew Carroll, and I'm the general manager of 2 locations of Holtman's Donuts.
Fantastic. And how long have you been with Holtman?
Been with the company for 8 years now.
That is awesome.
You're doing a great job, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy.
It's fantastic.
Some real stuff for you.
That's real stuff. Hello, Donut DOCers, and welcome to this episode of Donut DOC. This is a milestone episode. Why? Because it's episode 20 of season 1 and also the season finale of Donut DOC. Now, notice, did I say season or did I say series finale? Oh, I said season finale. We are absolutely coming back for season 2. This has been such an amazing journey. And I thank you for being a part of it. But please, let others know. We welcome all. We want them to join us on this journey. More about that here in a little bit. In the meantime, where am I at right now? Well, I am, of course, Holtman's Donuts in Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, some of you may be saying to yourself, have I ever heard Steve talk about Holtman's before? And the answer to that is, yeah. Why? Because Holtman's Donuts is a Reimann absolute favorite. More about that here in a minute. But in the meantime, I want to introduce you to a very, very special friend of mine. Who is with me today? Who's my special guest? None other than Freddy Fritter. Freddy, say hello to the good people.
Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here.
Freddy, I got a question for you. How long have you been a fritter?
Since about 4 a.m. this morning.
Wow, Freddy, some might say you're fresh.
Since 1960, Holtman's Donuts has been committed to the old-fashioned way of making donuts. Holtman's Donuts are created from scratch, using the highest quality ingredients. From a family shop to your family's table, enjoy a scrumptious donut like me!
Freddy, that sounds like something off of a website.
Maybe.
Well, okay, smart guy. What makes Holtman so different?
Well, you see, Steve, recipes are not written down in a book or on a bag, but they're engraved into the minds of the 3 generations of bakers. There's a real art form to the type of baking that they still use. Each dough is hand-weighed with a baker's scale. The dough, while mixing, is not timed but watched with a trained eye for the right texture and appearance.
Whoa, how do you know so much?
I went through a rigorous orientation. But don't just take my word for it. Matthew Carroll, Holtman's Donuts general manager, is the real expert.
What makes Holtman's Donuts so spectacular?
I mean, they have their own recipe that we've been using since 1960. The yeast is the yeast recipe is probably our more popular between that and cakes. But the recipe hasn't changed since then. And a big part of it is ours is probably one of the fresher donuts around town. A big part of it, we actually have bakers at each location.
Okay.
Versus having them at one location and then shipping them out, meaning that everybody gets just a fresher donut.
So tell me a little bit about what it means to be a part of the Cincinnati community.
It's one of those communities where this is a great place to raise a family. This is not a very touristy town, but when you come here, it's going to have very homey vibes. You know, it's one of actually the most traveled cities for Thanksgiving because a lot of people come back, and that's one of the things. When I get to work out front, I get a lot of customers that come back around the holidays and they bring their kids and say, "This is what I grew up on."
Yeah, imagine with over 60 years, you've had people have a lot of emotional attachment to Holtman's.
Oh, for sure. If you're familiar with us, we have a box. You know, and you see around town on our bag, it's got our logo on it, and it's got our donuts, and you just know that's Holtman's and stuff like that. And I drop donuts off to businesses around town. You know, sometimes we make too much, and we try to just take advantage of that and fill our box up and drop it off to local businesses, and seeing their faces lit up, you know, knowing they're getting something that they like, something local, you know. And a lot of people love Skyline Chili around here.
Yes.
So we try to put ourselves up there with them because when people leave, we want them to feel the same way. Like I wish I had Holtman's donuts. So
Absolutely love that.
yeah.
So where do you get the inspiration for new ideas?
Oh boy, that's tough. I used to be I guess a cook. I wouldn't call myself a chef, but I
Okay.
used to want to be a chef one day, and I cooked, and I always loved food and stuff like that. And we're always trying to just play ideas off of each other, but I'm always thinking like, it's usually the time of year. What's great at that time of year? So the holidays are coming up. It's pie season.
Yes.
So like this weekend, we've got a pecan pie donut we're making.
Oh,
So we basically make a pecan pie filling, and then we just dip it in there, and
oh,
and so a lot of the inspiration is the time of year. We try to make seasonal flavors.
yeah.
Winter's coming up, and we do like a snickerdoodle donut.
Okay.
Peppermint mocha type donuts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we try to be inspired a lot by the seasons. So you can expect. So when summer hits, we do a lot of fruity flavors.
Yep.
We do fresh fruit. So we'll squeeze our own lemons. We'll juice our own watermelons, make a fresh watermelon icing just to have fun, to be different and stuff like that.
So how can people find you?
Probably if you're looking, on the internet, you go on social media. You can get us on Facebook and Instagram. If you're going around town, like I said, we're in 4 different locations, so we're kind of spread out.
Yep.
Just Google Holtman's Donuts and near me, and it'll tell you which of the closest one is to you. If you want to give us a call, we can make custom orders of any flavors you want.
All right. Well, any other final thoughts you'd like to share?
I guess show some love and give out some donuts.
I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And as we like to say, make life better, invite a friend, grab a donut.
Yeah.
And certainly we highly recommend a Donut DOC, Holtman's Donuts.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I have felt an attachment to the city of Cincinnati for 30 years. Yes, that's right. And my very first trip to the city was in 1994, and I fell in love with it at that time. And in fact, it's meant so much to me that when Jules and I got married, we actually came to Cincinnati for our honeymoon. Who honeymoons in Cincinnati? Well, more people should. Let me just say that. So in 2016, the Reimann family came to Cincinnati for a summer trip, and our girls loved it as much as we did. This city has so much to offer. But during that trip, even back then, my love for donuts still prevailed. Before coming here, I actually scouted out the donut places ahead of time, as far as online, and then created an actual evaluation form. That's right, 24 different criteria to evaluate a bakery on their donuts. And that might be something I might make available to the Donut DOC viewers here in the near future. But every morning we'd get up, we'd hit a different bakery, and then go through and fill out our evaluation forms. And we came up with an absolute winner. It was Holtman's Donuts here in Cincinnati. They had 4 different maple bacon varieties. They had the regular Long John yeast. They had a circular yeast. They had a blueberry cake donut with maple bacon on it that we got it hot. Tasted just like a blueberry pancake with maple syrup and bacon. And then this was the creme de la creme, a maple bacon apple fritter. What, Freddie?
Hey, you've got good taste. I've got some cousins who were maple bacon apple fritters.
Oh, well, thanks, Freddie. Well, and speaking of taste, Freddie, it's coming to that part of the show. Do you mind?
Not at all. This is what I was born to do.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this donut is going to be absolutely incredible, as you can see. And again, starting to salivate like I normally do before I eat something like this. When you start looking at this, you can see the different ridges that cause, the different valleys then in between. Really creates nice pockets in there of just icing goodness. We also know from a texture standpoint, this is going to be super crispy on the outside. I can already feel that in my hands right now. But then as I tear these off, ooh, hard to tear off, which is great. Oh yeah, there's that goodness inside. Look at that cinnamon swirl that's in there. Also, the apple chunks that's in there. Oh, this is going to be good. Cheers. Oh yeah, super crispy on the outside. Really got almost a crunch to it. Love that. And then, of course, just that soft goodness in the middle. Let's take it even a little bit further and just open it right in there in the middle. Oh, so much when it comes to the apples that are in there. So basically, you're getting a lot of the food groups just right here. Oh, but again, for us texture lovers, one, the hardness of that outside with that crunch that then goes along with it, followed up by just the encapsulated moisture that's there in the middle. This is just an absolutely fantastic donut. And I can't imagine coming any other place than Holtman's Donuts in Cincinnati to try just that. I also want to take this moment to thank each of you for the journey that you have joined me on during season one. If you think about it, we started this or launched this platform actually on February 1st. Since that time, this is now our 49th video. 49. We've also videoed in a total of 4 countries, now in 13 states as of today with Holtman's. That's a lot since February 1st. And again, thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope that you like this episode. I hope you subscribe to the channel and share this with a friend. And also, as we prepare for season 2, and yes, shocker, there will be a season 2. Please reach out to me at donutdoc24@gmail.com to let me know your favorite donut spots. And you know what? Invite me. I just may come along and join you. How about that? How would you like to be in a Donut DOC episode? So, for me at Donut D... What's that? Freddy, is that you? Oh. Any parting comments you'd like to make, Freddy?
Make life better and more fun. Have a donut.
That's good advice. Thanks, everybody. See you real soon.